Alrighty, update time again. Been a while since I've done an update at all. What are we up to? Started cutting all this out. I'm ready to do some repairs in here. Obviously I'm going to make some more smaller panels, or haven't quite decided what I'm going to do here yet, but I'll get this in a structure in the back garden and sort it back out. So this is the inner piece that goes in beside the back wheel arch there. So I've got that out. The piece that's just around the corner at the back of it, I cut that off, but I've made the bulk of it to go in there. So this is the start of my panel to go back in. I bought my bead roller, so I've bead rolled all the ridges back in, all the strengthening ribs back in it, almost, exactly where they're meant to be. So it should be around that way. So they're about as close as I can get, to where they were. So it looks as factory as it can. And as you can see, like these ones here are the same, as close as I can, Like, it's been a long time since I've done any sort of bead rolling or sort of major metal work like this. I've made a few basic panels up, but I've never actually, it's been a long time since I've made any sort of stuff up like this. I used to make flashings and a lot of roofing stuff for a roofing place years ago. Did it for about, what are we saying, about 5-6 years. I run a folder for a long time, and then did a lot of roll forming, but we used to make all sorts of things through the folder, a lot of flashings and bits and pieces, and we had a few we had like rollers that we could put down and run sort of bits and pieces like this, but on a machine. So I haven't done any sort of hand rolling before, so that's my first go at that. But I think that'll work out quite good. So that's obviously the one for the right hand side. I'll just get around here. Sorry about the jiggling and wriggling around. So that's the last of that piece in there that I haven't cut off yet, because I haven't decided how I'm going to join that in, because it's a bit of a prick, because it's sort of about 3 panels all joined in here. So I might even just cut it off about where those bits are and down there, and just weld it back in there, and then join the rest of it in. But I've got all this out here now too. I've got the piece from in here, which I hadn't cut out last time. Got that somewhere. Where is that? Oh, here it is. So I've got this piece here cut out as well, but I've saved it. I'm gonna reuse that, because when I was cleaning up, I realised it was pretty bloody thin in here too. So yeah, so it's pretty thin in there too. So I'm gonna repair as much as that I can and make a ping on there and tidy all this bit up. So that's the inner arch and bits and pieces in there. So I've got to tidy all this up, put some panels in there, or remake some sections or something. So that's about what's going on there. I got the whole front off the car. This is the bead roller I bought. That was 345 Australian. 25 of that was shipping. So that's from what do they call themselves? Joel's Garage Gear. If you can see that, they've got a website. There was a smaller one as well, but wasn't quite as deep in the throat. But I got the deeper one. It's 457 mils, something deep, I think. So yeah, and this is this is the other panel. This is the outer skin off the back guard. So as you can see, you can see where they just put it all over top, and that's all the the old inner. And so it definitely was worth taking it off and getting it all done properly and cleaned up. And so it's going to be good to have all nice new metal in there. So that's about what I've been up to. Yeah, and as I said, I've got all the front off. I'm hoping shortly that once I sort of get a bit more into the back of it, I'll unbolt all the subframe and lift the front of it up on some sort of axle stands or jack stands or something like that, and I'll get into this front floor and get that repaired. I've got a car that I can cut it out of. He wants about $250 for the middle part of the floor with the tunnel and everything, so that's about the closest one I can get hold of at the moment. So I'm going to cut that out, hopefully, I don't know, within the next month or two, as long as he doesn't sell the car or anything stupid. So that's about that. So it's about what I've been up to. I haven't sit out there. I didn't do much the other weekend or anything like that, but yeah, I've just got back into it. Oh, and I've had a rough go at cleaning up the inside of the tank. But I'm gonna get, what are they, KBS? I think it is a KBS kit. I think KBS is the name of the company, and they've got a 3-part kit that basically put the first one in, and that gets rid of all the shit out of the tank and cleans it all up, I think, and gets rid of all the rust and shit. And then there's another one that goes through and sort of like it cleans all, etches all the I think it etches all the inside of the tank, and then there's like a paint product that you pour in there and roll it all around the inside the tank, and then tip the last of it out and let that cure for 3 or 4 days or something, or a week or two, and then you can use your tank again. So I'm going to do that and get that all cleaned up eventually. Like that's 2 or 3 months down the track or whatever, or after Christmas or whatever, when I get sort of past this point of doing these repairs. So I'll do this side first, and once I've got this sort of back together, I'll start doing the other side. Yeah, so, and I'm hoping to, especially once I've done the other side, because I'm going to keep the patterns for making these bottoms of these quarters and these inner panels. So I'm hoping that I might better actually make a few and sell them. So the next thing I've got to do, I've got some steel here, but I've got to buy some, I've got to work out what I'm going to use for hinges. I'm going to make a little folder up so I can finish folding that up. So I'm going to make something I can clamp on the edge of the bench, probably about 1200 wide between the clamps, I suppose, so I can fold up some reasonable lengths without going crazy, and better fold all these bits up. And so hopefully, yeah, I can better make a few of these panels up and sell them and make a bit extra cash just to help keep this moving along and buy some extra stuff. So I think that'll do for the meantime. Haven't done much else apart from, I think I've done a bit more of the floor underneath, sort of gone a bit further underneath the car and bits and pieces, but that's about it, apart from pulling the front off and getting into this. Alrighty guys, we'll leave it at that, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.